Alright, I'm turning it on. I'm going to share the process. I'm going to try to. I'm going to go, okay, stop searching. Start anew. Now here we have a keyboard. So I'm going to go with a smart piano. Start with the smart piano. It's so beautiful. Now we can just record that to start with, okay? Hit the red button. So that's 8 bars. That's 8 bars right there. Now we can add drums. I don't like the cymbal sounds. They're bad. Alright. Nope, I gotta start at the beginning. I'm gonna undo that how I recorded the drums. Hit again, start. Now I can start another one. Add another instrument. Why not smart strings? Simple. So that was really off rhythm, and there's something called quantizing that the computer does, the iPad does. Quantization is off. Now I'm hitting 16th notes, so that's going to be more on the beat and also on the grand piano. If I start with that, I won't have to do it so many times later. But basically, I start with something simple like that, and then I repeat it. You can open section A, duplicate, 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 duplicate. It's only doing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be about 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll see right here. If I hit time ruler, yeah, it's about a little over 3 minutes. So right now, we have a repeat. I just discovered this arpeggio that keeps playing in autoplay, and it's super nice. I think it's so if I hit autoplay, this takes a while, but it's worth just waiting for it to record. So one teacher says repetition legitimizes. Repetition legitimizes. Repetition legitimizes. So it's really hard for me to keep this simple. Just by the fact that I'm improvising it, it becomes complex very quickly. And then the amazing thing is that by going to automation, I can turn the sound up or down so that that part is not so repetitious. It's even though it's there, it's repeating throughout the whole song. I can turn it down so you can barely hear it or not hear it at all. And then, oh my gosh, it's a totally different song. Let's see what happened when I did that just now. I'm just hitting kind of randomly the ups and downs. And now let's... Add some bass. I don't feel very confident with doing the bass. I think it's better if I just leave it on C on my main key. I do everything in the key of C because it's the only one I understand, but I can transpose it later. It's amazing, truly. This is really boring. A very simple bass line going through the whole, waiting for it to record. And it's not recording my voice, you know. It's just doing the internal, what's internal to the iPad. Just changed up the bass a little bit. I mean the pattern, but I'm still keeping it on C. It's already so complex that I feel like I don't know how I made it. And when I listen to this the next day, I'll wonder, did I make that? Looks like I have everything turning down. Sound, I turned all the sound down at the same time. Yeah, I've been learning this for 2 years now. Now it gets really interesting. How about some guitar? Should we add some guitar? Acoustic doesn't sound loud. I like the Roots rock. just try to resolve it back to the chord that's the main chord of the key. It sounds wonderful to me, so I'm going to record it. Yeah, so there's some sour notes there, which I can go in there and remove or just turn down the sound so much that we don't hear them. I think I'm going to try adding some flute or some other woodwind. Oh, come on, flute, where are you? Oh, I forgot. I have to go into keyboard, Alchemy Synth, Epic Cloud, main categories, other, and let's try flute. I think I'm going to use a bigger keyboard, fat keyboard, so it's easy to see. All right, I'm impatient. I'm going to record it already. Now, I want to show you echo and reverb. Turned the echo way up, didn't seem to do much. See what happens on Liverpool on the bass. Turn up the bass. Trying to make it so it's on the left side. Take this grand piano. Turn up the treble. No. Plug into an EQ. Visual equalizer. That makes a dramatic difference. Now if I duplicate that whole track and copy it, then I can change the sound, the loudness of the different, and then I change it to the EQ so that it's different EQ. Right now, that thing is way up to the top of the sound. Put it on automation, automating the sound. Can you see the lines that show it going up and down? So I'm going to make this different EQ. Oops, no. I forgot. I have to change the EQ first. I'm going to change the, if I can remember how. Echo reverb. Okay, I'm going to put this one to visual EQ because it changes it so much. That's already one. That one is already, so I'm going to turn that down. Turn the mid-range down. And then change the automation so that when one of them is high, the other one is low. So that way I'm getting a change in sound of that piano. Even though it's really the same piano, but with a different EQ, different echo and reverb, or the mid-range is higher on this top track. I'm going to change this a little bit. Oh, that one's going down to nothing, so I might as well bring this way up. So it becomes subtle to hear on your first try. Actually, I'm lost right now. I can't figure out which track because it's not highlighting well. I'm trying to change the EQ on the flute, but The whole thing isn't highlighting like I thought it would. Anyway, maybe I'm just forgetting how it works because I'm got slight stage fright. Anyway, the visual EQ is cool because I'm a visual artist, so I can see that something's happening and moving those. This is the mid-range sound. I'm increasing the mid-range and lowering the top, the high, and over here we can increase the bottom. See how that flute sounds. Yeah, I like that much better. It's like a totally different flute. Sound is richer, I think, so I like it. Now those drums sound tinny to me, so I'm going to try to make them also richer or deeper. And I have to go back to the starting setting. I'm going to go back to plugins and EQ. Visual EQ. See if I can turn up the mid-range on the drums. Well, it seems like the flute is becoming the main melody maker. So I'm going to accentuate it by duplicating the flute track and copying that and pasting it into the duplicate track. So now we have twice as much doing the same flute. supposed to turn everything down because otherwise it starts to overwhelm when you have a lot of tracks, and then you export it like to SoundCloud and they compress it. The tracks start to interfere with each other if they're too high in volume, and I'm still learning. I have to learn a lot about that. Now, one thing, it's always good, I think, to put fade out at the end. Just hit it so it's going to fade out. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really see my phone to see what it's got. But now, something so cool, I'm going to change it to B or D minor. I think the whole thing sounds more soulful. C is always joyful and celebrating, I think. And D minor is really cool, so it's sort of soulful. Now it's getting some kind of interference cross, which could cause a problem later, but I just felt like doing something and I forgot what it was. But one of the things that I love is the analog mellow lead. I have no idea what analog mellow lead means, but I like the sound of it. So I'm just going to record it. Oh, now I'm not sure if I'm playing it correctly for the D minor. I usually have to play the whole thing and then change the whole song into a different key. So this may not work. Let's see. Well, right now I can barely hear the analog mellow lead, but I can set it so that's the only piece you hear, so you can hear it. It probably wasn't very good, so I'm going to delete that and re-record and then show you how to make a loop. Just a really simple thing. Alright, let's see how that sounded. I was probably not paying attention. Well, we can loop that thing across the whole thing. See, now that thing is going through the whole song. I have no idea if it's going to sound good. I just try it. Well, it's really getting so complicated now for me that I can't even tell whether this part is working well with the rest. And a lot of it just sounds surprising to me because I don't remember doing that, you know. I'm making this the way I learned how to dance, and when I went to Boston, you improvise, you just make up stuff, and sometimes it's amazingly wonderful, and sometimes it's nothing special. But with this is non-destructive editing. You can always change it. There's nothing permanent. So, and also I can turn off a whole track. Like I can turn off this bass and see how it sounds without the bass. Yeah, there was some kind of interference there again. It makes it clip some of the sounds, and I have to go in and edit out that part because I don't know how to fix it. It's very tedious to do the editing. It's really cool when it comes together without needing a lot of editing. But if there's something nice there, then it's worth it. And I keep liking it when it starts, and I don't know why it never sounds the same as again. It just sounds good when it starts. feel like maybe I should duplicate double that top track because that I like that. It was so random when I did it, but now it sounds sort of like I knew what I was doing. So I just changed I put more echo and reverb into the second part of that piano track. Increased bass, decreased treble, and put it over to the left side. So if you had headphones on, you would hear it in your left ear. Now, I really don't like that drum. I think I'm going to delete the whole drum track and bring in a drummer. It feels like cheating, but these drummers are fantastic. they're so different. Here's Leah. I like the idea. Her name is nice. Actually, I'm not liking that so much. Let's see if Magnus sounds better. Yeah, I like that better. Well, maybe this is enough for a first video. I don't know if you could even see the whole controls, but it might give you an idea. I'm actually liking some of this. But sometimes I'll delete the very first bar of the drums and let them come in later. Well, I think it has potential. Let me see if I can upload this and see what it looks like.